Hi everyone. Good evening.
Good evening to everyone.
Please reach out to your team and tell everyone to join ASAP.
Our team member is already joined.
Uh,
Pokon,
which
Katia, sorry, Armin.
Hi. Good
are
evening,
joined.
everyone.
Good evening. No, I'm talking about everyone. Like, is there anyone who else from B
Yes,
or C team?
Hi
Yeah,
everyone, my team is joining right now.
yeah, perfect.
We have only Martin who's coming in about 10 minutes. He's late.
Mm-hmm. So I can't see Nurul. Oh, okay. Everyone is coming. Okay, let's hold on a few minutes.
Rahman, he will be late. Please just text me.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not.
Well, I think everyone has joined. We have our dev team. Okay. Team leads, could you please check every one of your team members joined?
Good evening. Martin will be late for 15 minutes.
Okay. And Zillur is away, right? Otherwise, we are having everyone, I believe. Okay, let's start. Any questions or concerns before you start? Okay, so we will start with user story 1. So I'm just expanding this one. Okay, so for mandatory field 2, as a user, I want to be able to enter my first name, last name, and password so that I could be able to create an account. And these are the items that has been added. These are our Confluence pages regarding this story. This is the demo one. I don't think that is needed. So this is this one same, I believe. Yeah, let's skip one. Okay, so this is the story. This is the business requirement specification. So we are going to count point on that. So in right side, we could see that sub story point and story point estimate. So at first I will go by team A. So team A for story 1. Just a second. Oh, sorry. I think I was not recording the session. Just hold on a second. Oh no, it's recording.
Yes, it's recording.
Okay, perfect. So story 1. So what's the point for team? Just a second. Yeah, what's the point for team A?
Total point or only the story for story 1, which is registration.
So for registration, yeah, story user story 1. That is, okay, let me write down the ticket number. So this is EL12. Let me hide down. Okay, so this is this one, EL12, which is registration. The story you can see already in front of me.
Yeah.
So I just wanna know the estimated point for this from QA1 team. Yep. What should be the point of it? Lead can approach.
Yeah, we decided it's 28 hours, 8 points.
28 hours. 8 points or 7 points?
There is no 7 option, which is 5 and 8. So
Perfect.
that's why
Very
I
good.
did it.
Very good. That's why I just asked the question. So everyone other team members, did you understand why it is 8, not 7?
Yes.
Anyone is here who doesn't understand? It's supposed to be actually 7 point, but it is 8 points, 8 hours, not points. But other team members, Kukon, I definitely know you understand and your team understand. So any other team B, team C, do you guys understand that why it is 8 points, not 7 points?
I think yes.
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 Very good. According to Fibonacci series. So I want to ask our business analyst team, which is Rifat, do you okay with the point that our QA team provided?
Yep, I think their team provided the 5 and then now 8. So since we cannot say 13, right? Altogether,
I can could you please be a little bit of loud so that I can hear you properly?
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
So basically what I was saying is that their team took 5 points and then QA team took 8 points. So altogether it's 13 points.
13
But
points, yeah.
so for sprint, for one story, we cannot exceed more than 8
More
points.
than 8 points.
Yeah, so we need to speed up the story. Like one story, like you have to clone the story, one story for that team and one story for QA team. So we're gonna have the 2 separate stories for dev and QA, so that we can have the points distributed like that, because we cannot exceed more than 8 points.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
our
perfect.
policy.
Okay. So guys, did you understand what our BA said?
Not really.
Okay, great. And is there anyone who didn't understand what I wrote here? Sub story point.
No, didn't get it.
Yeah, it's a Scrum Master thing though. So I am just adding points here. The first thing is the point of developers. It's always have to be dev. And the last one, that is 8,
Testers.
which is by QA. Okay. So there is a colon, the middle of it, if you see. Okay.
Yeah.
So we separate in that way. So there should be dev and QA only. And our total story, a total estimate point is becoming 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you make it together. So building and testing becomes 13, which is not which is a Fibonacci series, but it is not acceptable for our team. When it is exceeding more than 8, we have to split up the story. Because in a sprint, a single QA and single dev can have only highest 10 points, but 10 is not a Fibonacci series wise thing. Okay. So you understand how sprint and dev can have 10 points, right? Highest.
Yes.
There are 14 days in 2 weeks and 2 days, 2 days off. That means 10 days. That means 10 points. But 10 is not a Fibonacci series. So that means we have to calculate according to 8 points. So when the story total estimated number for dev and QA exceeds more than 8, we have to split it up into 2 parts. Okay?
Okay.
Any confusion? Anyone? You can ask if you have any confusion.
That means in this case, we need to, you need to split it out into
Exactly.
parts, right?
Yes, I have to split it up in such a way that that should follow the Fibonacci series as well. I could split it up in 5, 8, or 3 or something, but in
But
not
not
3,
but not more than 10, right? I mean,
not more than
since
8, not more
8,
than
yeah.
8. 10 is not a
Since
Fibonacci
is a
series.
10,
So,
since 10 is working days, I mean 10 points, so we don't have the Fibonacci series in 10.
yes. So here now our BA suggested us to split it up with 5 points of developers and another 5 points for QA. So
Oh, okay.
I'm going to make one for Dave. I'm splitting up the stories. Okay. So I'm making a 1.1 for Dave, which is 5 point. And here it will be 5 and what? Can anybody tell me if I split it
And
up for
3.
Dave only?
3.
And 3.
No, 0.
Why?
Because I'm going to allocate 8 points for the QA in a different story. Okay. It is easier for me. See, when it was 5 and 8, the total number becomes 13, right?
Yeah, 13.
So I have to split the 13 into 2 parts.
Yes.
So the way you are saying 5 and 3, then I have more other points left. Then I have to split up the story in 3 different parts, right?
Oh.
Understand?
But I thought you can split it in 2 parts. One like 5, 3, the other one like 5.
5, yes. So it's become 3 parts, right? 3 story.
Ah, okay.
I have to split it in 2. Okay. I can
That
do
mean
it
you
anyway.
that means you want to do like 5 the 5 points for the developer
Yes,
and
8
0
points
points
for
for
the
the QA, and
yes.
then you're gonna do vice versa, 0 points for the developer and 8 points for the QA.
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Got it.
so I would like to add more things on here. So you say that you can add 5, 3, and 5, right? We can do that actually also. But if in that case we have to split up the scenarios. So if you go to can you go to the BRG please? From the Confluence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, if we put 5, 3, and 5, right?
Mhm.
In that case, we need to speed up the story scenarios. Like there are so many scenarios here, but this one we cannot do that because we have only one scenario, right? One scenario. So we have to go with this only. But if there is any other story which has multiple scenarios, scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3, So we can split up in 3 stories, and then you can give the points that way also.
Like this, if you wanna make it more complicated or more, if you wanna divide the time in more situations, we have to create more scenarios to split it up to show a good reason to to complete it in to make a different story for this one. So that's why that's the easiest way that we usually follow. We make it in a 2-part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, developer side and QA side.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to.
Yeah, but some
Mhm.
cases, like, we have to split the scenario base as well. Some cases you can see that one as well. So there is no hardened rule for that, but in some cases it's a situation based, it's a story based. If the story can divide it into 2 sections, and then developer and QA can point together in that specific scenario, we can do that. Otherwise, we can split it up for dev story and the QA story.
Usually, if it is very complicated and you cannot cover that time, we definitely have to split it up. Like suppose, for example, now it is possible to split it up in 2 points. What if you developer gave 10 points and you gave 10 points? Definitely, I have to split it up into 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that time we have to handle the situation in a different way. We have to split
Okay.
up the scenarios. But let's go with the flow.
Okay, thank you.
So no problem. So one is for dev team here. The point should be 5 and
Right.
0.
Excuse me, sir, but
Yes.
I think I didn't understand. Would you mind doing it in a notepad and explaining it? Because I didn't get it.
Oh yeah, sure. So do you understand how we are providing the point here?
I think I understand the 5 for developer part and the 8 point is the QA, and then the total need to be in Fibonacci sequences.
Yes, perfect. So 5 is in a Fibonacci sequence, that is perfect. And if you consider 8, it is also in a Fibonacci sequence. That is also okay. Total point is becoming 13, right?
Yes.
So how many points a sprint can hold? If a sprint is 2 weeks,
10.
that means 14 days. But how many days? That means 14 points. But how many points you are going to work here? You have two days
10.
off, right, in each week. So you are going to
10.
get 10 points. Is 10 points a Fibonacci series?
No.
No.
What is the closest one?
8.
8.
8.
13. Yes.
13 is not closest, 13 is more. We cannot take more time because they are not going to give us salary like that. We have to be in 8 points somehow. But yeah, definitely you will get more time for relaxing, When you have 8 points, you are not, even if you have 10 points, you are providing 8 points. That means you have 2 days extra. So we are gonna manage that, no worries, in next step. So in a sprint, we could provide 8, but that story takes 13, right? So
Yes.
we cannot take whole 13. We have to split it up into 2 parts so that we can transfer the story in another sprint. Okay?
So 2 sprint.
2 sprint, yes. I mean, we have to cover it in 2 sprints because 1 sprint, it is not possible for single developer. So what you can do, see, it can be two sprints. It can be 1 sprint if there is 2 developers
2
working
teams.
parallelly. Okay. So it can be different thing, but we have to split it up because we always have to consider there is only 1 developer, 1 QA. For example, 1 dev, 1 QA for the user story, for specific user story. Actually, we do that, right? We assign different story to different QA and different dev, right? So we are talking about sprint story 1. So we are splitting up in dev took 5 and QA took 8. We could split it up in multiple ways. So for example, one split could be, my bad, just a second. One split could be
8 hours.
like developers have that means 2.5, and 2.5 is not possible. That means it could be 3 or 2. That is 1 plus QS half, which is 4.
Yes.
But is it a Fibonacci series?
No.
So we have to go for the closest one. So total is 7. We could go to 8, right? So that becomes more confusing, more complications. So another way that we followed that is very straightforward. That is, developer has 5 and QA has 8. Those both of them are under Fibonacci series and can be completed in a sprint, right? In a particular sprint, right? 5 can be done in a single sprint and 8 can be done in another single sprint, right? So if it is possible, then another splitting way could be for dev, we are splitting a story in a part of 5, and for QA, we are splitting in 8. Clear now? These will be covered. This part of the story covered in sprint 1, for example, and this part will be covered in sprint 2. Okay?
Now we need 1 month.
1 month?
Yes,
Sprint
if we, yeah, 2 sprints.
2. Yes. Yes, but we have more time here, right? After 5 points, we have
Yes.
more points for work. We are going to, as we are working in agile environment, we are going to assign other tasks to you guys to work on those 3 points, okay?
Okay.
We will check how many points are available for the people on that particular sprint. That time we will assign another task. We will do those things in a sprint plan, okay? No worries. You will understand eventually. So now one part of the story is going to be covered by dev, that is 5. And another part I'm going to clone, which is QA. So this clone one, let me open clone issue. So what should be the point of it?
0 and 8.
Yeah,
And 08.
8. 1 sprint.
Just a second. Yeah. It should be 8 colon
0.
0. Okay.
Why it's not 0 and 8?
Because this is QA. It's
Oh, right.
the numbers is the key.
Right. I did mistake. Yeah. Perfect. Should be 8.
Oh, first one is dev.
Dave. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. So here total story point is 8. So we are not doing any sprint planning. We don't know which sprint it will go, but we have 2 stories now in our backlog. If you see. One is for QA and another is for Dave, right? We can place them together. One is for Dave and one is for QA. So it should be in the same epic that we are working on. And it is done, a pre-refinement is done for it. Pre-refinement complete. Yep. So yeah, the point we have assigned 5 and 8. Okay. Team B, are you agree with the points, the QA points, Team B and Team C?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Make sure you are agreeing because you have to do the work in the same time boundings. So you have to be okay with the point. You are not going to get extra point for the stories. Okay. So we have 2 items in for registration. So now for login page. Okay. We have Kim from our dev team. So Kim, for login, what was the time designed by you? Like, what's the estimated point?
Hi, this is Hakima, the developer.
Mhm.
Yes. So can you say your question again?
Yeah, this is the story number 2, login page, returning customer. What's the
Okay.
estimated point for you for
I-
Dave purpose? Mhm.
Okay, yes. I am expecting 2 points for that.
2
For the
points
story
for,
too, right? Yeah.
yes. Okay, so 2 points is for, could you please explain that? 2 points is 8 hours. Is it possible for you to done in
Oh,
8
yeah,
hours?
sure. Oh, yeah. So like the understanding the requirements, scripting, the building time, and they will definitely need some time for unit testing, and then the deployment after that.
So 2 points is means 8 hours. So you are okay to do it in a day, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. QA team B. Could you please give me your points on this?
Did you ask me?
Yes, the lead of QA team B.
Okay.
What's the point you estimated for login page returning customer?
Okay, so for login page returning customer, I'm estimating like 2 points. Oh, no,
Two
sorry, no. It is 5 points.
is 5 points.
Yeah, it's 5 points. So there is a multiple scenario we have to test. Like you have to check the email and I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay,
Unsuccessful. We
okay.
have there is a multiple scenario like unsuccessful login and the successful login. Then the error message validation, successful message validation.
Yeah. Okay. Just hold on. So let me write it down. So the points for
And
story.
also the scenario for requesting the password reset link.
Okay.
So, the teammate, did you guys explain why you giving the 8 points?
Oh, okay. Team A left. Yeah. Sorry to. Okay. I think we need to get back to team A. Sorry, Mr. Sakib. So I'm coming back to you again. Okay, team A. Could you please explain your subtask for? Thank you, Rifat, for reminding me. Yeah. Okay. Let me ask Kathia. Could you please explain your subtasks for 8 points? I mean, just the name. Why you require this 8
Well,
points?
yeah, why you giving 8 points? You need to give the justification for that.
So as you know, whenever we start to work at the beginning, it's a little bit harder. So we need some more time to get the work and to be able to very understand. And then we have a lot of tasks inside that we need to look on it, test. So we need that time.
Yeah, exactly. We understand that. But what's the subtasks you added there? Like, did you create subtask?
Yes, we have
yes, we did.
16 of subtasks.
No,
How many?
you have to explain the way I think previously Mr. Sakib does, right? So he explained like, what are the scenarios he has to cover, what are the browsers, and then like the cross-browser testing he needs to cover. So you have to mention all these things. So what are the things you're gonna work on? That's why you are taking that 8 points of time. So you
For
have to.
example,
Yes, I can
let me
explain
repeat.
that if you want to.
Yeah, just give us the higher, very high level, like not detail. For
Mhm.
example, let me tell you. For example, suppose one of your test scenario, not the business scenario. One of your test scenario is, for example, login field
Like
validation.
registration, we need to do the registration from the element. And in that time, we need to verify the registration page, which must include the first name, last name, email address, telephone number, password. All these, we have 5 points we need to test.
That means field validation, right?
Yes.
Field validation. Okay. Field validation, how many points you estimated?
I think 3 hours something.
3 hours. Okay.
Mhm.
And okay. And what's the next?
Next is, validated the create account button should be visual and clickable and positive
Can I tell you?
positioned. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's not going to be like that way. So you're gonna say like we have to do the field validation. We have to work on the OTP validation, and that OTP validation includes the phone number and email. Okay, so we need to check that, and also we need to check the database part where when we when as a customer when we provide all the fields, and then when we create a click on the create account button, so it should be implemented in the database part. We need to check that part as well, and also we're gonna check in different browsers.
Yes, all this already included. So step by
No,
step,
you
I don't
have
know where to start.
you have to explain this way. Okay,
Okay.
so like
Okay.
like this high level, you have to tell. You don't have to tell like all the test scenarios, but you have to just the basic, so that everyone should know that why you are taking that much of time to validate. So we understand that like this is your new project and all. No one gonna like in the real world, like if you explain that way, they will not gonna accept it. Okay, so you have to explain your work.
Okay, Rifat, I think let's help them a bit. What do you think? Like, let's give them an example, right?
So no, let's go with the team C. First, finish them up, and then we're gonna explain our end so that they can understand. So we want to see what other teams did their part.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And we can do it later on.
Okay, team, the way you did, you found out that is very, very good, team A. Like the way you found out your points, that is very perfect. But the way you are going to say, we are going to teach you that. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. But the analyzation you did, that is so much perfect. Like you have counted each and every single part. That is a very good thing and very good estimation. Yeah. Team B, give me high level of your points. Why you are taking, what types of validation you are going to do for registration, and how many points or hours you need for that. Why are we talking to team A or team B this time? Team A, right?
Yes.
Now, yeah.
So
Sakif team.
you asked me about the login page.
Yeah, we will go to that again, but just asking you a high level of this team A, like the story point one estimation.
For the registration page, right?
Yeah.
So I total have 5 scenarios. Like first of them, like validating the mandatory fields like email and email name and password like this.
Yes.
And then writing the test cases for them.
Yes. What's the point?
And I think it's gonna take like 30 minutes.
30 minutes. 30 minutes. Okay. For mandatory fields. Okay.
Okay, then the second scenario where we will validate the error message, like putting the invalid data and
yes, it's
in
called
a combination
error
of,
handling. It's called error handling. Okay.
Error handling, like in a combination of wrong invalid email or invalid password, like that, and multiple domains from email. Then the third scenario is like we will check if it's accepting on the blank field, or it is the warning message or error is handling on the blank fields.
Okay. This error handling mandatory fields are coming inside the field validation part, right? You are putting different you are facing different situation, but it comes into the field validation. So you could say that, okay, for field validation, I'm having 3 hours, 2 hours, something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Field validation, you are validating all the
field
fields.
validation can take 1 hour, and the others like validating the error handling, and that will be take 1 and 30 hours. Sorry,
Error.
1.5 hour.
Okay. Error handling. You are handling the errors. Okay. Okay. handling 1.5 hours.
Yeah, 1.5 hours.
Okay, 1:30. And what else?
And the next one is verifying the OTP, where it will take like 1 hour maybe, because then I have to make sure the how long is the OTP. It was not mentioned in the BRD. Like, is it going to be 4 digit or 6 digit? Then I have to check multiple times. Is it coming less than 4 or more than 6? Like there I have to check the many times, right?
Okay, so Rifat, did you give clarification on that? Like what is his question is? He have a very good questions, like how
Yeah,
long it will take
you can ask
and
about the question. So I didn't know that, like, this kind of question he has.
Yeah,
But
sometimes yeah, it could be like there is some dab error, like it makes it come more than less than
Mhm.
4 digit or more than 7 digit, like this. So it
Okay,
has to be precise, like this 6 digit or 4 digit.
okay, so I will like check and update the BRD on that. Okay, after I check it out with the stakeholders, I will update the BRD.
very good approach, Mr. Sakib. That's the way you work on. But you have to approach directly. Hey,
Yes,
I'm estimating time. You should have reached out to BA directly when you had the question in your mind. Okay.
yeah, but it's a
Yeah.
good point, bro. It's a
So
good point.
the thing is every so most of the work here, almost 90% was did the Ume Roman. All credit goes to her. I took the responsibility of explaining the scenarios.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, no problem. Like the credit goes to whole team.
So in this
So,
week, like I'm a little behind her, so she took the responsibility and she helped assist me in her best.
perfect, perfect. So yeah, thank you guys. So then what else do you have?
Uh, I don't have much more of that. That's it, like for now.
So you have only 2.5 hours for okay, there's
Uh,
for field validation, I think you have 2 hours. So it should be 2 hours, 1.5 hours, 1 hour. That means 1 point, 1.5 point.
no, it should be 2 points. Like there is other scenario like validated the register account, so I didn't want to mention that.
Total, you have to mention the total. I mean, when
Okay,
if you
total is 5 hours, 30 hours, so 30 minutes. So I want to take like 2 points.
2 point and QA team 1, team A has given 8 points, right? There is a
Yeah.
huge difference. Why is that?
I didn't collaborate with them, so I'm not
No, no,
sure
no.
about this.
It's okay. It's okay. It's totally fine. You have given your validation. Team A, what takes more? There is a like team B gave 5 points for this, and you gave 8 points. Five, not even 5 points. Sorry, 5 hours. That is 1.5.
Because I have a 16 scenarios. So in that case, I have lot to maintain in order to execute the user story. I mean registration part. So in that case, I counted all point, each of them, at least need 1.5 hour creating test cases and execution the test cases. So in that case,
No,
yeah.
so creating test cases. So basically, if you create a test cases for one scenario, okay, so it shouldn't take time for the rest of it, because the rest of them is like, you just update one column only. So it's not gonna take the same amount of time when you create the first test cases. So it shouldn't be take a lot of time for that. So you need to, I think about it again and then point it out in that way. Because if you take, let's say, for one test cases, it should take like 1 hour for the first one, but the second one, it will be take like 5 minutes or more than 5 minutes. Latest is 10 minutes. Okay. Because you're going to update only the one section. You're not going to write whole test cases. You just copy and paste. Okay, so that way, like, your time will be the less for the writing the test cases. and executing it will be the less, because executing won't take much long. You
So
understand my point?
from
supposed to be in that case.
I can
I
hear
said
you
like,
properly.
yeah, I guess it's 1.5 hours each of them, but if you think it's less than that, so I will go with that, but I need actually some knowledge on it.
Okay, so basically, suppose for example, if I
right, so I
if
also
I write,
want to add something else for the
sure.
registration stage. So I may give you like 3 or 4 scenarios. So I would like to add the another one, like where I have to validate the registered account. Like if I'm registering with valid email and password, then I also have to make sure it is stored in database safely, and the password is encrypted, and then the front end can retrieve the data from database safely. Also like that, and for this I may have to wait for the dev access or like database access. So
Yeah,
I don't know how long
dependencies.
it's gonna take. So it could rise into 3 points.
I have
So,
a question.
mm-hmm.
In this case, did he add like the time that to create different reports and updating tests just in case? Did he add time for that?
There is also documentation updating all this information.
Yeah, so Team B, did you calculate the time for updating the documents like test plan, root cause analysis report if you get a defect?
Yeah, report
No,
also.
I just thought about the test cases and the execution time, like
Okay.
that was mentioned in the video like this.
Okay, in the fourth video, if you look, we have updated the test plan document, right? Step
Yeah.
4.
And they
So,
have
yeah, you could follow that as well. Okay, let's skip it. So Rifat, how many points you wanna keep for this one?
So it's up to them, because the way Team B explained, can you just mute yourself for this one? So basically, in Team B, they explained just like and what are the points they they have to test it out. They pointed out very clearly actually. And team A, I think they are a little bit confused about it. So I would like to go for Team B, 5 points, but still, Team A needs to understand, why we are giving them like 5 points.
No,
They
if you
have
if you notice the comment from Team A, Katia mentioned, is it Katia or Roman? I'm not sure. Someone mentioned that they need to update the documents, test plan, root cause analysis report, like our
Documents,
traceability.
deliverables.
All the delivery docs should be updated according with the along with the test execution, right?
So
That's a good point.
yeah, it's a good point, but the thing is, you cannot those things you can add it, but it's not gonna take more than 30 minutes. So you're gonna
Yes.
take 1 point, not 1 point, less than 1 point for each story. So test plan or test strategy document, it's something like everything together, right? So it's somehow you are taking the points from each story. You are saving points, right? So that time you can actually work on it. So that also that is the thing you guys also think about it, because the points you are giving, it's not like it's estimated. You can done it earlier, or you might need more time also sometimes if there is some dependencies or anything. If there is dependencies and you cannot execute those testing, that time there is some consideration. But when you giving the points, and then that way you might be saving some time, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours sometimes. Or the points you are giving, some stories it won't take much time, maybe like 5 minutes or less than that. You got my point? So that time you are saving the few, at least like 1 hour saving. Okay. So for each story, if you save 1 hour from each test cases, so you're gonna save more times, and then that time you can work on the test plan or test strategy document. And this is that test plan or test strategy document is one time only. You're not like changing, like sprint per sprint wise you are changing it, right? All together.
Okay, good. Yeah.
You guys have to understand, otherwise like I am like, it's not that like I am telling you to take the points, it's not that one. You guys have to understand that one, because in real time, if you like giving more points also, they cannot accept it. If you give like proper explanation, then they will accept it. Other than that, they will not accept it. They will tell you to reduce the points, because it will impact the production. So that's why you have to give the points and think about the the explanation. You have to give proper explanation. At the same time, those explanation and in the timeline, you have to finish those items. Okay.
So, excuse me. So, what this is Samana. So when we need more time, so that time what we should do?
So basically, if you need more time, you need to have some valid reason. For most of the time, like developer, when they develops it, or if there is any defect, something that cannot be fixed, that time it might be take some time. Or sometimes you have some dependencies. Dependency as if you don't have the test data, or like the URL is not ready, something happened. In that case, there would be the consideration. Then what business can do, they can move the story to next sprint in that case. But it's a special situation. It's not every time. Every time you cannot take the point, you don't, every time you cannot have the problems with the point. So you have to be specific enough. The points needs to be legitimate. Even though if we take 8 points, we don't have issue, but you have to give the proper explanation of it.
Okay.
So the more you do, the more you good at the points. Okay. So since you are first time, so you might be hesitating giving extra points, because it might take more time. I understand that, but the more you do, the more you will expertise on it. Because most of the test cases will be repeated. You don't have to write much of it.
Yes. When you will write down the first test case, you will understand that how it is. You are just doing copy paste. Your first step, second step, third step will be copying and pasted every time. For example, you are writing 5 test cases for validating mandatory fields. In every test case, what will be your first step? Navigate to the browser. Then your second step, click on name field. These steps will be common. You are going to just copy and paste, and you are going to edit. Okay.
Guys, can you please mute yourself?
Okay. So so this one, Rifat, how you want me to keep the points, because we have to assign them.
So let's go with the 5 points.
5 points, okay, not 8. Okay.
Yeah, let's go with the 5 points. Then maybe they can understand, in that way they will understand how things are working. Okay.
Okay, so Dave gave 5, then it's becoming 10. It's not possible for us to. How do you want me to split it up?
Okay, then this is the scenario.
Dave gave 5, they gave 5.
Yeah, the thing is the same thing, so we can split it out, but one story for dev, one story for QA. 5 and 5.
Okay, 5 and 5. Okay, perfect. Okay, we are going to do that. Is that okay, Team C?
I want to go with 8 points. Actually, there is so many things need to do, like that is a successful logging test, and then email and phone OTP validations and other things like email uniqueness, password policy check. And I think 5 points is not enough for us. We need 8 points.
5 points. Okay, 5 points means 20 hours. So 20 hours is not fair enough.
Not fair enough, because if we try to test all field of the registration page, like an email format check, that one also need to is the dependency with the test environments and also the cross server side check, and also that
I think Rifat, both of the team is having.
Yeah, so
So
he gave the
let's keep
proper
it 8.
explanation. So yeah, we can give the 8
We
points.
can keep it 8.
A team
We
C
also
will-
have to wait for the data analyst to send us many things.
Yeah,
So
before
for
sprint
that
starts.
request, we need to check if the data is already stored in the database or not. So there's many things like that. That's why we
So
need
data,
our 8 point.
so test data needs to be prepared before the testing starts. Okay, so you need to have it before the testing starts. So if something happens for some reason, if it didn't work out, then you have to reach out to the business people that these things is not working out, and then they should escalate the issue. But those test data or database related issues you need to prepare before the testing phase starts. Yeah, but we can, and now we can go for 8 points because I think Team C gave the good explanation as well. So yes, we can go for 8 points. So it's totally depends on the explanation. Okay, guys, you have to give the proper explanation. Otherwise, we don't know how how we're gonna test and all. So you need to give the proper explanation.
Okay.
Okay, so I think 8 point is good. And guys, did you hear about entry criteria, exit criteria in the class?
Yes.
Entry criteria. So someone said that they need test data. So that test data needs to be collected before the entry, before the sprint starts. So that is a entry criteria. So before starting a sprint, we need to ensure that all the entry criteria or entry checklist is filled up. One of them is collecting test data. Okay. Without that, we cannot start our sprint. So you have to make sure.
I have one questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the sprint, we have as a QA, we have to work like writing the test cases and also documenting our test plan.
Yes.
And also executing, right?
Yes.
Collecting the test data. That's good thing.
That's a good question and good point. I wanted to mention that, but I forgot. Someone said that they need to update the test data. So for test data updation, as for updating test data, you need to do, individual QA doesn't need to take much time. If one QA is doing that, suppose QA1 is doing that, so he have to update the test data. So definitely that could take time, Rifat, right? So if one QA, if we assign the one user story to one QA, if he or she updates all the test deliverables, it can consume time because they are not doing it together. I mean, definitely they are going to discuss these meetings in QA walkthrough, but I think that will consume some time, right?
Because it's not dependent on only us, because we are working with the other teams in an IT like data person. We have to collect the data from another person. It's not straight dependent on us. So we need that time.
Yeah, so for
Because
dependency, no. If you are thinking to wait for dependencies, that means collecting test data, that is not applicable here because you have to, it is an entry criteria. You have to collect all the test data before the sprint start. Okay. Otherwise, you will be blocked. Okay. But what am I saying is, I was saying about your deliverables. That means updating test plan, updating test root cause analysis report if you get a defect, updating traceability metrics. Those will take time for one QA. So the updating documents or deliverables is a very good point. But if you want to add point for waiting for test data, that is not applicable because you are going to collect all the test data before the sprint starts, and this point will be utilized inside your sprint, not before your sprint, right? You understand?
That's right.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So now so for team A, we are allocating 8 points, and so that means it's becoming like before, as it was 5-8. For team B, developer gave us 2 points. So team B, tell your estimated point for user story 1, user story 2.
For the login page.
Yes.
So for the login page, I will ask for 5 points because we have some multiple scenarios here where one is unsuccessful login and successful login, and then a password reset link. So under the unsuccessful login, we will take some time to make the test cases with a combination of invalid email and password, and we'll make sure the field remains auto-populated on unsuccessful login occurs, and we make sure the warning or successful message for login and unsuccessful login appears, like a error message and a successful message. And under the unsuccessful login, there was another scenario mentioned, like an account needs to be disabled after 10 times failed login. So there were times depending on depths, like oftentimes we see like when an account is locked, it remains locked for like 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, or more, or like 24 hours. So the time was not mentioned here, so I don't know how long it's going to take. Like, let's say 10 times, after 10 times here the account is disabled, then how long I should wait to check again or try
Okay.
another attempt?
For that one, that is a question. You can without confirmation, we should not add time on there. So you should reach out to business analyst if you face that situation, how you're gonna handle it. So Rifat, what their question is, if the account gets locked, how they are going to get it unlocked? Because there is a time limitation, and it was not written here.
Can you please go to the go down a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Let me open this in. Yeah.
Which one you were talking about?
So it is not here, like we got it from the step videos, like after refinement videos, like you posted on the website.
Mm-hmm.
So we took it at consideration, like it was a requirement, like after 9 times and 10 times failed, they lock the account. The system locks the account. It
So
is not written as a requirement.
basically in the step video, we reached out to BA and asked that whether that feature or scope is implemented or not. So did you guys reach out to us for that?
No.
So without knowing the requirement, how can we make estimate points for that, right?
Okay, but for now, I took it at a 8-hour consideration, like 8 hour times.
Oh, okay. No, actually, in that situation, what happens? We definitely cannot hold 8 hours for a active account, right? We can tell directly our developer team, they will active the account. Okay.
Okay, then
Immediately.
So after that, then there comes a scenario of successful login where the the like my account page should appear after the successful login, and we have to make sure all the links like my account, my order, and my affiliate account, all the links are redirecting to the correct page.
Mhm.
And then also the third scenario where we will request for a password reset link, and we have to make sure the password email is arriving within time and the reset link is expiring within time, and then it is redirecting to the correct page for the new password. So I think 5 points will be reasonable here.
Sounds good. So basically, the point you raised was after 9 times you trying to log in, and in the 10th time, so like the
In fact, could
account
you
gets
please
locked.
be a little bit of louder? Your voice was like,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, now it's clear. Yeah.
Okay, what I'm saying is that the scenario you asked for is when user trying to log in, and then every time the password is having some issue, and then in the 10th time when they tried the 10th time, so the account gets locked. So that scenario, it's now not in scope right now. It will be in our future sprints, not in this sprint. So in this
I
sprint,
mean,
it's
in this
not in scope,
speak in this epic, you mean, or
not a sprint. Like it will be coming in upcoming sprints, but now now this story is not in scope. The item is not in scope. It will be coming in upcoming sessions.
Okay, we can skip that one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, perfect. So so team A, what was your point on story 2? The login page.
Okay, team A. So we have 5 points.
And team C?
3 points.
Team C has 3 points. Okay. Could you please explain that? What's the difference? What do you think that why do you need less time than team B and team A?
Because of OTP and the other, password reset, and those will not take. 1 minute, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry for the sound. Yeah, go ahead.
The password and the performance, the create and implement test of the scenarios, that password length, it's not, I forget, is it about login page?
Yes.
So that password reset, if there is any issue that forget password, that client want to send it, and I think I messed up. Sorry, I messed up. I think.
Okay, anyone from your team? Anais?
Yes, sure. So we decide to do 3 point because we get to test successful login, and we have unsuccessful login, but we also have the password reset and the email validation, which is take a lot of time. We also have the password validation, and we mentioned the SSL security. So it's like a dependency on the security aspect. So this is why we wanted to go for more time.
A good point got
And
caught.
we have also like the session timeout when it's login, when it's out. So what we can do, we have also here dependency on user session and configuration session.
Okay. Perfect. Configuration sessions. Okay. Session. Do you have clear requirement on this? Do you have a good understanding that how long it should, like how many should log a user out? Automatic session sign out or log out, right? You are talking about.
Yes.
So
Sure.
how long, if the user gets inactive, how long it should hold? Did you have a clear requirement on that?
We didn't write down. We didn't get to write down a requirement on
Okay.
that or read
Okay,
the
perfect.
requirement on that. So we are working on it.
Okay, so it is 2 and both team gave 5. So you wanna take the more time. So is it okay if you put 5 there?
We feel like registration and login page are very important for building this website. So we wanted to take more time on that and then work on and give less time for the like functionalities that needed less.
Okay. Somebody created subtasks here. Please delete this subtask. Whoever created this, just click on those subtasks, control and click. It will open in a new page. Whoever did this, please delete them because you don't have to touch Jira right now. We are going to touch it. So you just have to open it in a new tab and go here and delete it. In that way, you have to delete the subtask. Please don't delete stories. Just the subtasks, okay? Okay, so now, okay, so for login page, we are estimating. Rifat, what do you think? Two five is good, or team C is saying that they could do it. They could do it 3.
Okay, then go with 3.
Other teams, are you okay? Do you think you can finish it in 3?
I don't think so, but
Okay, let's try now on 3. If you need more time, we will recheck that, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So
So,
let's estimate.
so you were saying that it's not going to possible in 3 points. So can you please give me the explanation why you cannot do it? So I just want to make sure you understand all this. So can you please give me the explanation why you cannot do in 5 points? Sorry, 3 points.
Yes, I can do that. Let me find out my document.
Okay. So that way, everyone would be clear as well, because I don't want you to, force you to give you the less numbers. I just want you guys to give me the proper explanation so that everyone can have the same page.
Amana, can you explain that?
Which one?
Amana, are you there?
Are you
Amana?
talking to me?
No.
Yes,
Amana.
I'm here. I'm telling.
Yeah, you tell it.
So yeah, I mean, how we decided the 5 points, because since this is the login page, I mean the registration page, which is there is a mention the successful login and then unsuccessful. There is 3 scenarios. So if I go to the a successful login and then unsuccessful, there is valid email and invalid email. I have to do the negative and positive testing as well. Not only that, I have in account page, there is a wish list and modify the address. I need to check the address is saved or not. And then those and the link options, the my orders options, the affiliate account. So I need to validate those information as well. If I go to the orders options, I need to check that the previous order history, if I'm able to see, or if I can add it from there. So those things I need to check. And then unsuccessful, if I go to the unsuccessful login, error message displayed is displayed, and this the color it's gonna be, it should be blue color. No, sorry, it's the red marks. So it's gonna be red font. I need to check the color as well, and then is check if it is on the top of the page or not. If I go to the if like the error message displayed, so I need to check since I told already. And then the requesting the password reset link. If I go to the reset password link, so I need to check I need to verify the password if the email whatever I provide the associated account, or if I provide the invalid email address, is it working, and it is the on time is going, I'm receiving the email or not. And then there is a time consume, is there any time frame there, so I need to check this as well. So yeah, and those of the link are clickable, and there is a back button. Since I forgot to ask the question, there is a submit button. Is there mentioned the submit button? But I didn't have seen that. Is there any submit button? But I see the continue button. There is no submit button. I forgot to ask this question from BA.
Okay.
So yeah,
Are you talking about the registration feature or login feature?
the login.
Login page. Okay, let's see. So why didn't see it? Okay. This one you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. There is yes, if you go down, there is yeah. Can you stop there? Go up a little bit. Yeah, there is a say click submit to have the password reset link email to you. Under the forgot your password, there is a pop-up message. Enter the email address on the top.
Yeah. This one?
On the top. On the top. I mean, forgot your password. Underneath the forgot your password.
Mm-hmm.
Above the your email address in the capital letter.
Yeah. Enter the email address
Yeah.
with the account. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Click submit. Okay. You understand, Rifat? What is the catch?
Yeah, that's in the document. It's
That's
Yeah.
what.
Click submit to have password reset. Actually, I was in. I already mentioned. I just noted down that I need to ask these questions. I mean, this confusion in the submit.
so
But
yeah, so this is designed by the architect. So I need to check with him. Maybe yes, I need to check with him. This is designed by the architect because this is the like demo screenshot from like how our page would be look like. So yeah.
yeah, get rid of from confusions. Actually, I was
Got it.
want to finish on time at least the.
Excuse me, should we consider that as a bug in this case, but low severity and low priority?
Could you please repeat it again?
Should we consider if like we saw something like that, like click here, submit instead of continue? So should we like consider that as a report that as a bug, but we know for some reason it's low priority and low severity?
Yeah. Basically, if you see
Low.
that time, that will actually depend on business. It should be, I mean,
Low.
it should be low.
So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's low, so we
basically,
can.
this one. So when you create a bug, when, like if there is a something it doesn't match with the requirement, okay. So that time you're gonna report a bug. But this time is the business issue because this is done by the architect, okay. So I need to check with the architect. So since, for example, if architect says that we already done this, we already create everything for this one and it will take more time to change this one, so we're gonna fix it in next week. So you're gonna test it out in the same way as it is, the way it is written. You have to test it out in that way. You got it?
Hmm.
So Anais,
Yes.
the reason of this validation or the refinement and pre-refinement is to find out this problem. There is two part of a QA's job. One is quality assurance and one is quality control. Do you know that?
Yes.
Okay. So now what Amana did is called quality assurance. Okay. She just found out the problem before even developer started building. That's a very good role of a QA. That means you are not going to get bug because we know that there is a problem. Our dev team is going to solve this issue. So they will put login continue here or they will put submit here. You got my point?
Yeah, and then acceptance criteria they mentioned that clicking the continue button.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, here. Okay. So that means I think here instead of submit, we have to put continue. Okay. So I think Anais, you understood, right?
Yes.
If you find these kinds of issue in the testing phase, that time you have to raise the defect, the bug, but you cannot prioritize the defect by your own. You have to discuss with your team lead or the whole team. Okay. Or the
Okay.
business analyst. You could knock to your business analyst and ask that, hey, I got this defect, but what should be the priority and severity of that defect? So you could discuss with her as well. So we are in open team, so no worries. Okay. So yeah, that's good. So we are running out of time. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, Amana, for the good point. It's a very good catch.
And also, Mana, a few points was, but
Ifat, could you, I think we are breaking up.
hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So what I was saying, like whatever you explained, it was on point actually. But you also have to tell, like, you're gonna do cross-browser testing, which is like, you are gonna test it out in different browsers, right?
Yes, Chrome, Edge, yeah. As per we got to know that Chrome, Google Chrome and then Edge and then yeah, just two and
Yes,
device in desktop.
so you're gonna say that you're gonna include the cross-browser testing and also the database, whatever part,
Test
database
data.
also you need to be tested out. Not database, it's database. Like you need to, in backend you need to check like if the existing is. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
So yeah, so if the existing account is there or not in the database, we need to check that. So you guys have to point this out also. Like,
Yes, that's what I said. That the old
Mhm.
email or previous email, is it working? I mean, that's what I had say. I was telling you that the
Okay.
old email is working or
Yes.
not.
So okay, you need to mention the database. So you don't have to explain in detail. You just have to precise and just give us like little bit points so that
True.
so that you can work on it.
All right.
Oh, something happened.
Thank you.
Mr. Shams is there. Okay, he's not
I
here.
think his laptop is shut.
Are you guys there? Hi guys, sorry, my connection was lost. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Yep. So, okay. So, Rifa, do you have any other questions for this user stories that we have worked on?
No, so you can go with the file. since she gave the proper explanation.
Okay. Fine. Let me hide the floating window. Yeah. So I think we are good at login page.
No, you need to change the story point.
Oh, what was that? It's 5?
Yeah, 5 and 2, 7.
Okay. Then let's do it. So that's the login page. So it should have 2 and 5. That means 7. Seven comes in a Fibonacci series.
Yeah.
No,
No, it
No.
doesn't matter.
no.
Eight. Close it at 8 points.
Okay. So why you guys are silent?
No, I said no.
Okay. Just kidding. Yeah. So, okay. Then we have BRS search functionality. That's a good one. Tim C, it goes to you. Tell me your points. Like I will ask Ardhya, not the lead. Is Ardhya there?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Please tell me your point for user story 3.
User story, we're gonna put like 3 points.
3 points. Okay. Okay. Could you please tell me the reason or your subtask?
Because like it's a we're gonna make a performance test, so it's gonna take time too.
Okay. So what are the subtasks you guys found out?
We didn't go through that right now. We are working in.
You haven't found out the test scenarios?
No. We did find it. I
we
just
did.
have it stocked in a document. It's with me, so I'm actually responsible for that. So I'm gonna explain the point. So the scenarios, we were all like working in Google Doc. So I was the person in charge of writing down our combined ideas. So where we came for 3 scenarios, which is searching for a product by keyword, by category, and by name, price, and rating. So we actually went through doing the search box functionality, display of search results, and hold on, just give me a second, and a category selection. And it's not gonna take, we thought about 3 points, but it's actually gonna take around 1 point. But this is the only test scenarios that we came for until now. We didn't get a chance to make the point for the other test scenarios. You got my point?
Okay. Well, so okay, but make sure before refinement, everyone has the
Sorry.
document. Yeah,
Yeah,
Nurul.
yes, we have some other also checking like that when we click the products image and it will be zoom and we can view it perfectly. Those kind of things we'll check it. And is it the when we open like the product information, so we can compare with the other products price. So that's the reason. So we are thinking that 3 points is best for because of the server side check and browsers or everything. And drop down.
Make
Other
sure
functions.
make sure you have included your points with the document upgradation as well, because we cannot give you different time for that. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So Team B, is the point good for you? Team B.
Yeah, I think 3 points is reasonable.
Perfect. So Team A, 3 point is reasonable for you guys?
We
Anyone
put
from
5 points.
Okay.
5 points because there are 3 scenarios. And then for the first scenario, we came up with like almost 8 test scenario where like
Can you guys mute?
Yeah. Sorry. Who was talking? I maybe mute by mistake.
That was QA2 from Team A.
Okay. I mean, go ahead.
So so there are so the test scenarios, like, okay, we are gonna do invalid and positive and negative testing for the keyword. We also have to do some, like, the empty search criteria thing, where, like, if it's empty, then how the display is gonna be, or are we getting the message that no matching products, like we are getting that message, and then is it case sensitive information? That's for the first business scenario. And then second business scenario, we are thinking about the criteria. First scenario, like, if we select the category, is it coming right? And if we have the right criteria input or not. So that's why we have decided, I forgot to mention the third one, which is the display, sorting display. So for that one, we have to go through, like, so many steps, because so many test scenarios, because we have to do vice versa. You have to do the display name, the product's name from A to Z. Then you have to do it from Z to A, and then you have to check the prices too, like it's coming from high to low or low to high. So for those points, we have decided to do, like, 5 points. Also, we
Okay.
have to do cross-browser testing, and we also have to do performance testing, like how we have to evaluate the time, like, as well.
Okay, perfect. So Rifat, what do you think about it?
Yeah, we can go with it.
Okay, 5. So team B and team C, we are giving you, I think, extra 2 points for this. Let's see if you're good with 3 points. Let us know. We are going to assign you a different task.
I think we need to wrap up the call because the other
They
team.
have class, yeah. I think yes, we are, but we need the developer point for this one. So what's the point of the developers here? Do we have Sadia with us?
No, she's not available today. But
She's not available today. Okay. So Hakima, could you please give me your point on this?
Okay.
This is user story 3.
Okay, just 2 seconds. I'll look into my notes. Oh, you said 3, right?
Returning customer.
Yes. So again, 2
Sorry,
points.
search functionality, I believe. Yeah.
User story 3, right? So
User
it's
story.
again, yeah, it's 2 points.
This to search. Oh, okay. Not this
Yes.
one. This one. Okay. 2 points. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. So it is 2 and 5. 2 and 5. Okay, then our final point is 2 and 5 for the user story 3. Okay, I think everyone.
Excuse me, may I interrupt?
Sure.
Sorry, I haven't been available, so I need 2 points too.
So is it developer 2?
Developer 2. Sadia
Yeah, okay.
speaking.
Oh, okay, 2 points. Then it's good. So both of you are on 1 point. So it's good. Okay. So total point is going to be 5 here. Okay, it's fine. So what else do we have here? Okay, add to cart. Team A. Please tell me your points.
For add to cart, we decided to put 5 points because whenever we calculated, we found out like we have 16 hours.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Just let's give it a short. Okay, 5 points. What about team B?
So I'm asking for like 3 points, as I have 2 scenarios, like adding single products and then multiple products. So I have to verify the success message upon adding the product.
Okay, 3 points is good for us. And what about Team C?
We are going for 3 points.
3 points. Okay, Team A, let's give it 3 now. If you need more point, we will check it on the screen. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So developers, Akima, could you please give me the story point for story 4? That is add to cart.
So you said 4, right?
Yes, add to cart. Yeah, add to
Okay,
product to
yes.
shopping cart. Yeah.
Yes, I have 3 points for that as well.
3 point. Dev 2, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you, what is your point estimation for this one?
So I'll be needing around 3 points for this too.
Okay, perfect. And so we have 3 points in dev and 3 points in QA. So total 6. So Rifat, what do you think? It is becoming, the total is not going to be Fibonacci series here. What do you think?
So we are just adding total. So we are pointing the story in a Fibonacci, using the Fibonacci series. But when we
Sorry, I cannot hear you clearly. Could you please repeat it again?
So what I was saying is that we are calculating the story point based on the Fibonacci series, but we are adding the point. Adding means 3 plus 3. So still it is a Fibonacci series, but adding needs to be the exact number. Whatever numbers is come out, it doesn't matter. If it's 6,
Okay,
it doesn't matter.
so according to our business, our client, so the story point estimate, the total one can be out of Fibonacci series, you are saying?
Yes, because we
So,
are adding up. We are not giving this story point estimated. It's for we are adding from developer team and then the business team. We are adding these 2 points, but the 3 points you are giving based on the Fibonacci series. You cannot give the 4 points or 6 points in the
okay, so
story point.
that's our client specification. So guys, our business analyst reconfirmed that the total point can be out of Fibonacci series, but the individual point should be in Fibonacci series. It
I
varies
don't
to
get it.
company to
Can you please explain it again?
Of course. The individual point our Dave gave, that is 3. It like approves the Fibonacci series, right? 3 is a Fibonacci series number, and you guys put QA put 3. That also complies with the Fibonacci series, right?
Yeah.
But the total number becomes 6, which is not a Fibonacci series, right?
Okay.
6 is a Fibonacci series or not?
No.
It's
It's
gonna be
not.
5, it's
No.
not, yeah.
No.
Yeah, 5 or 8.
But our business confirmed that as the total number can out of Fibonacci series multiple time, and later on it can have issues with the dev team or QA team. That's why our business suggested us to keep it like that. Out of Fibonacci series, that's not an issue. Okay. But cannot be more than 8.
So whatever totals comes out, we're gonna put it that way. But the points you are giving the story points based on the Fibonacci series. But all together, if you add it together, if it's comes 4 points or 6 points or 7 points, it doesn't matter. Okay, that doesn't follow the total points. Total points doesn't follow the Fibonacci series.
Okay.
Okay.
You're just
So
adding points. So basically 3 points is from Fibonacci, 3 points from QA. It's also Fibonacci series, but we need to calculate all together how many points you want it, right? So that's adding together. That doesn't have to be follow the Fibonacci series.
so
But
that is suggested by our business
Yeah.
clients. Mhm.
Yes, it's very company to company. Some companies think that okay, we would like to go for Fibonacci series. If it's adding up also, we would like to go for the Fibonacci series, but that's not the case. Some company it's doesn't follow the Fibonacci series if you adding up the story point.
Yeah.
Okay. So in total, we are not following the Fibonacci series. In broken down.
Sorry for interrupt. For registration, so we need to update that once story points
Yes.
it was like a 13.
Oh,
No,
for registration?
we're not
Not
gonna,
more than 8.
no, we're
Yeah.
not gonna take more than 8 points, but if
okay.
altogether, if it's like 7 points, we're gonna take the 7. This is 6. There's another one. I think the login page one. That has 7 altogether, and you put 8, I guess.
Yeah, I think we followed Fibonacci series for the login page, so it needs to be corrected. Okay. Let's do it. So 2 and 5, it can be 7 because 7 is not a Fibonacci series, but it's a total number. Total number can be 7, can be 8, but cannot be 9. If it is more than 8, we need to split it up. Okay. Clear, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about add to cart? We found out that for add to cart, was the point of drafting? Akima, did you give your point?
Yeah, so for story 5, I need like 3 points.
No, it is story 4, I believe.
I already gave it to you, so that's 3.
Yeah, I forgot to update. Yeah, that's
It's
3,
okay.
right?
Yeah, it was
That's
3.
3. Oh, okay. So we updated that, I think. Yeah. So yeah, we updated that one. And what about the story 6? I mean 5. Sorry, my bad. That is checkout.
Yeah, that's another 3 points.
That's another 3 points. Okay.
Yes.
Team A, what's your point?
5.
Team A, 0.5. Okay. Team B?
I'm asking for 3 points.
Team A, 5. Team B, 3 points. And Team C?
5 points.
5 points. For Team A and for Team C, we need to increase our budget. Okay. Just saying. Okay, so
they will get a higher salary.
Yeah, business will be fed up. Hey, why this team needs more money?
But the checkout has like we need to check the payment methods, that is secure payment methods and everything. So everything is depend on that ones. So if something is wrong, then companies like that is they can
Lose
they cannot sell the
billions.
product. Yes, that's the thing.
Okay,
So
okay,
if
so
they
no
give us
problem. No problem. Thank you. Perfect. So we can make it 5, right? So the total estimated point will be 8. Is it okay?
For us, it's okay.
Okay. So I
Yeah,
think
that's what we wanted.
perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, to have some time to do it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have some chilling time. Okay. So these are the story points we have estimated. So now let me give you an example how we actually tell about story point. Okay, before going there, Zillur, are you there? Mr. Zillur, are you there? Okay. He haven't attended a single meeting, he haven't reviewed, and he hasn't joined today.
I think
So
he joined only yesterday, so 3 meetings he has missed.
okay, Sakib, I think one of your team members should be replaced to Zillur if he doesn't join properly. So as you are
Yeah,
two
he
queues.
joined in the walkthrough meeting right before this one, but he didn't tell me anything, and he didn't make a sound. But right
Okay.
now, when joined meeting, I heard like Nurul Chaudhary maybe. He said Zillur Rahman will be late, but I don't know why.
No, sorry, no, I was talking about the Martin, not Zero.
Maybe Kogan.
Yeah, but Martin is here. He already logged in.
Oh, okay, perfect. So Nurul Elahi, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, so okay, and what else? Okay, Zillu, like Sakib, Zillu, did he join your daily stand-up or your internal meetings?
Yeah, he did join.
Okay, so he got a red flag,
So,
but
so
make sure.
did he give any contribution?
Yeah, we discussed the scenarios. Like he did his ideas. He shared his ideas with me.
Okay, so
Mhm.
next time if like people have emergency or something happen, they have work too, but if something like that, so tell him to give you the heads up, like what he wants to tell, like in a written format. So you're gonna tell his point from by like from behalf from his point. Okay, you have to explain you or any other
Okay.
member. So you have to tell him that give this or whatever questions or whatever points you want to make it. So he has to give you the written format, and then you're gonna explain from your end.
Okay, I'll make sure it happens.
Yeah. So if he cannot attend, otherwise if he cannot do that part as well, then we have to cancel his internship.
Yep, we have to suspend him, and I think another person should be replaced by him because in sprint we cannot hold work for anyone else. I think QA QA2, I mean Yusuf or Sakif, someone have to handle the same scenario that he is doing. Otherwise your team will get impacted. So I think you should split it up. Okay, we'll check that later on. So he got a red flag today. And what else? Like, okay, what else I was saying is, like, suppose how we gonna represent our points, our subtask. Okay. So for example, we are validating create button. We are validating login button for a single user story. For example, we are validating any other different buttons, suppose link buttons. Okay. So these are different test scenario, right? Guys?
Yes.
Yes.
So, but we cannot say that like three like we have points for create buttons, login buttons, like that. We have to say a high level of it. High level means we have to say, okay, for button validation, we need 3 hours because there are multiple buttons like create, login, link, done. Shortcut, okay? For example, you are doing field validations. What field validations means? Like positive testing, negative testing, so many things, right? So you don't have to say like for positive testing, we need 30 minutes. For negative testing, we need 20 minutes. Not like that. You have to say for field validation, we need total 2 hours or 3 hours. So after that, you are going to validate in database. In database, you are running 10 queries, for example. So you don't have to say that in database, we are running this query for 10 minutes, that query for 10 minutes, not like that. When you are telling me points, you're gonna say for database validation, we need to run 10 queries, and for that, we need 2 hours. Or 0.5 points. You could tell anything like in point format or in hours format. You got the point?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 This meeting was very important. Sorry to keep that long. We have contributed our own time as well. So, but I think it was helpful. So
Yeah, thanks for the clarification.
yeah, so you have to update all of your documents by Monday. So in next Thursday and Friday, we are not going to have any meeting. Now you have only one job to do, that is updating all the documents with the scenarios that you have found out. So you can touch your own Confluence. You understand what I mean, right? Your own Confluence. That means there are 3 different Confluence for different teams, right? You have to update your own Confluence. And how do you do that? I have created a step 4, but no one individually is going to do that. If you want to do an update individually for yourself for understanding, what you can do, you can create your own space. Like go here, click on a space, create a space, make your own space. And I think in the class, you have learned how to copy the whole pages there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So copy the whole item in your space, update there. After updating, highlight there. Highlight the changes what you did. And in the same way that you did what for refinement session, sit together and tell your lead to update that. Actually, it is lead's responsibility to update the document, but should be assisted by other team members, right? Here your name should be there and you should help him. And the changes you are doing, just mark them and go to, like, if you right click on it, or you can color that one. Suppose red color, you could color like that. You could highlight, you could do whatever you want. So just do the changes like that so that you can tell your lead that, okay, let's update the test plan document first. Yeah, go to that line, change this one. So that's how you are going to assist your lead. That's how update traceability metrics and other documents as well for your quick help. Okay. And last update,
How many document we have to update it?
you have to figure that out. You have already found out you have already found out the test scenarios, right?
Yeah.
So you should know that what document you should update. Go through the deliverables, see what document you can update now and what you cannot. Okay. Scopes you can right now because you already investigated the test scenarios and everything. So you could update the scopes, that what will be your scopes and how you're going to test, or what will be your items, what will be your dependencies, what will be the risks. You should have an idea, right?
Yeah.
Update based on those. Root cause analysis report you cannot update because you haven't got any defect yet. Defect report you cannot update because you didn't run the test and you haven't got any defect. When you will get defect, you can update that. And here, no one is going to touch Jira, as I mentioned before. No one is going to touch Jira now. We will tell you when you need to update Jira. So we have already estimated the points. Basically, in Jira, I think I will send a helping video how you need to do things well. Like now you don't have to do anything. But I think I'm going to create separate project for separate team so that separate team can handle in a separate way for a sprint. But now I think everything is good. You can update your test plan based on your Word document that you created for finding out the test scenarios. And like Monday, we are going to have the sprint planning session. So we are going to plan our first sprint and the second sprint, and we are going to split up the backlogs there in multiple sprints. So our sprint should start from Thursday. We have an architect. In your Slack, you will find the architect team. You will be a group, you will be a part of architect team, or in the in the team group, you will find another user who is our architect. Okay. He will be architect one. Just if you have any confusions, let him know. So before the sprint, after sprint planning, he is going to design the user stories that we are going to cover on upcoming sprint. After that, our developer will start working. You already know that, right? At first requirement comes, then design comes.
Yes.
So we have already clarified the requirement and user stories. That means it was like requirement analysis for us. Now design thing will come after sprint planning. Our architect will start working, and following their design, our developer will start building. Then we are going to test. Okay, guys, I think you guys are late for the class. I think we should wrap it up. Okay.
So we have meeting on this Monday. Am I right? The
Yes,
coming
next
Monday.
Monday. Next Monday. And Thursday and Friday, you are not going to have any meeting.
And we need to upload all documents on before Monday, like on.
Should be good for you because no, you have time till Thursday. No worries.
Oh, okay.
Do we
Thank
have
you.
tutorial on how to how to do the document?
How to update the document?
No, not how to update the document. What is like? Is it like a different document than like the previous one, or is the one that where we did everything actually? Is it a different document, or is it the one like the videos?
Like the videos, like in video,
Okay.
I gave just one example. You have to check all the deliverables. Okay.
Okay. Is
You
it
have to
like
go.
is there any other format for this document? Is there any template for it?
Yeah, these are the
At least,
templates.
at least test plan documents and test matrix requirement.
Yeah, I think you have to update the deliverables, right? So just a second. We have our project teams. Okay.
Mr. Sham, you mentioned you have one video on the internship, right? You show us, the how to update that's mean we are going to do
Yes.
similar to the login or some add to the card or other things as well.
Yes. So that time I had scenarios only for login, right?
Yes,
Now you have scenarios for everything, correct?
everything, yeah.
So update those document. These are the deliverables like I think you know, right? So for version 1, we are working on version 1 right now. So we have project teams here. So you are on team A, I believe. If you are in team A, go to test plan and update that one. And you have all the deliverables here. Defect report, test closure report, root cause analysis report, test summary report, matrix. So see what you can update and what you cannot. You have to go through each document. You have to understand each document to update them. You have time until the sprint starts. Sprint is going to be started on Thursday. It is good if you could finish it on Monday or Tuesday, because before Thursday, if the sprint starts on Thursday, you have to send entry, you have to figure out all the entry checklist filled up. I mean, if you need any test data, you have to estimate that. If you have any dependencies, you have cleared that out. You have to clear that out. When your entry criteria is filled up, that time only you could start your sprint and start your working, right? You understand what am I saying, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Make sure.
I
I have
think
a
I have an
question.
announcement to give here. Because the class, Akshara's class, it will start like she's already late. You guys are already late. So
Okay.
let's have like Akshara's students, Anais, Nerul, Wardia, and Martin go
Yeah,
on
team
break.
C.
Go on
Yeah,
break
we are
like
closing it
for
up. We are
yeah
closing
for
it up.
5 minutes, and then they need to get in right after that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
no problem. So we are wrapping it up. Yeah, someone was having any questions?
Yes, I have a question about the meeting. You have mentioned like on Monday we are having the meeting.
Yeah.
This Monday.
Yep.
What time?
Because I I think I won't be able to attend because I have something else to do on Monday. Like, I thought it's gonna be only Thursday and Friday. So
Yeah, it
I'm
should
just
be on Thursday and Friday, but what we thought that Thursday and Friday we are not estimating the times.
okay.
So let me check. Developer 2, Sadia, are you there? I think she's not. Okay, do you guys have free time on Tuesday?
No,
Okay.
Monday that's fine, but Tuesday no.
Evening time or same time or
It's in the same time.
okay.
It shouldn't be longer. We are just going to split up our stories in different sprint. It shouldn't be more than 30 minutes, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
Is
have
it
any
okay?
problem.
Like if I join and then I listen, probably I won't be able to participate or talk because I will be somewhere else. That's why.
Yeah. If you have some problem, you can let us know. But make sure
Okay.
you saw that meeting because that will be the sprint planning. That's where we are going to divide your job. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So if you
Thank you.
don't, if you're a QA1, if you are not there, ask team B QA1 or team C QA1, for example. That's
Okay.
how you can ensure about your work. And make
Okay.
sure before the sprint starts, you have all the entry criteria filled out. That means all the test data and everything should be in your hand. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you. See you on Monday, 7 o'clock.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.
Have a good night,
class.
everyone.
Have a good one. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
You
you
too.
too.
Have a good
Bye.
night.